start off with this digital marketing introduction as mentioned in the subject. And one more thing, like every single day, like we would be sending out the links to you. It won't be the same link. Okay, so like today we send across a new link. Tomorrow it would be altogether a different link. Okay, so every single day before
Okay.
the we start off with the batch, either like in 1 hour or like 30 minutes prior to our class, like I would be rolling out the links to you guys. Okay, so
Okay.
let's begin. So the first thing, like when we hear the term like digital marketing, okay, uh, many people, like including my own students, like who have been pursuing with us, like the first day, like it's like people believe like it's all about like playing with Facebook or playing with Google or with Instagram or some other platforms. So one mandatory thing out here for everyone is like never ever be a platform driven marketer. So when I say like platform driven marketer, that means like, see, digital marketing is all about taking your business or taking your services or products online and marketing it. Okay, so it's not only about like learning or understanding Facebook, or it's not about only understanding Instagram or Google and all. Okay, because tomorrow, like today, like we got in like this social media platforms or the search engine platforms, we do not know like 2 years or 3 years down the line if we would be having in like any other platform that would be rolling out. Okay, because if you are in the intention to just understand that particular platform, okay, the problem over here would be like നാളെ ഇപ്പൊ പുതിയൊരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം മാർക്കറ്റിലോട്ട് വരാണെങ്കിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു പുതിയൊരു സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം മാർക്കറ്റിലോട്ട് റോൾ ഔട്ട് ആവുകയാണെങ്കിൽ the thing is like you again need to start off from the base. Okay, so that is why my first thumb rule is like never ever be a platform driven marketer. Okay, like just being specialized in like Google ads or in search engine optimization or in social media. No, like the and once you understand the core concepts of marketing, and again at the same time, as I told you earlier, like you need to have that creative idea, and again like the psychology, like understanding the consumer psychology. If you are able to do that, നാളെ എത്ര പുതിയ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോംസ് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാലും, okay, see, platforms takes in like just like a couple of weeks time for you to learn. Okay, platforms is not that big a thing out here. Okay, so like let's say for example 2018 Google ads was known as like Google AdWords. Okay, and Google AdWords and the interface വേറെയായിരുന്നു, dashboard വേറെയായിരുന്നു, and again they rolled it out from AdWords to Google Ads. And as a marketer, it took me like 2 weeks to understand that platform, and things started working fine for me. Because at the end of the day, like what mattered to me was like I was able to understand what, how the consumers think, okay, when I'm marketing any specific product or a service. Okay, so that is the utmost benefit. So like the first definition I would like basically like to give to you guys in regards to marketing. Okay, so like the when we say like digital marketing, no doubt about it, like you would be telling me like taking our products or services and marketing it online. Okay, but I got a very good definition, like which was written by one renowned international marketing guru, and I came across this definition through one of his books, and it was mentioned that marketing is the genuine effort to help someone solve a problem. Okay, so that is what marketing is all about. Again, I'm repeating, marketing is the genuine effort to help someone solve a problem. And who is that someone? It's our customers. So, like every single day, we come to Google, we go into certain social media platforms, we browse through this search engines and social media platforms. We come across numerous ads, we come across numerous posts, numerous articles. So, like basically, like we as an end user, നമുക്ക് ഏറെക്കുറെ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻസ് കിട്ടാണ് through this platforms. Okay, now What matters over here is like when we come across any ad, it can be online, it can be offline. Certain ads really do wonders, and how it does is like it is able to decode what the customers have been looking for. Take the example of any good startup, okay, any good startup, okay, like Uber or Swiggy. What they focused on, they are using in like this online platforms to drive visitors to their mobile app or to their website. But what they focused on with their marketing plans, or take the example of any of their advertisements, okay, what they are focusing on is like the pain point of the customers. Okay, and based on that, understanding the pain point, okay, they are basically providing a solution. Okay, so like in case of Swiggy or Zomato, what they are doing is like they came up with an idea, and again they marketed that idea in a very proper manner. Okay, so like let's say it's raining heavily, or like you are at home, okay, you are an old age person, okay, you don't, your children is not at your place, take this Swiggy app, order the food, okay, and get it delivered at your place. Okay, so there are two things. They have been focusing on to the pain point, and again at the same time they have been providing a solution. Okay, so that is what every single company has been focusing on. Okay, every good company is like, if they need to be successful, they need to focus on to the pain point, and again as well as providing the users with a solution. Okay, so that is what a good marketer does, be it like in the online space, be it onto the offline medium as well. Now coming back over here, like why digital marketing? Okay, digital marketing, the core reason, okay, if like someone asked me like why to get into this digital marketing space, the first answer from my side would be data. Okay, and when I say like data, I get to know like the total number of visitors who are coming down to my website, one thing, the actions they are taking in my website. Okay, so that means like people who are submitting a form or who end up purchasing products from me, uh, people who came down but did not take any specific action from my website. So all such informations are getting accumulated in my analytics. Okay, so that is what data can do for me. I get to know like what exactly is happening in my website. If people are not happy with my website, I do even get that information as well, and I look for a solution how I can improvise it. So over here, like when I say about data, I would just like to share some figures with you guys out here. Okay, so like recently, like we have been marketing for one of our clients. Okay, and like they like the name of our client is like English Mitra. Okay, and basically they are into like spoken English classes. Okay, and the client upfront told me like they want to market this website across Kerala, or basically they want to target people who knows Malayalam but they want to learn in like English. Okay, so now I understood the thing out from my client. Okay, and that is what I have decoded over here into this website. So my designer has built up this website, but basically the structure or the architecture of the website has been given by me over here, that is the marketer. So now understand this thing. So over here, like if you look into this website, I have written few things out over here in Malayalam, and again like I got it in English as well. So why do I need to write this thing over here in Malayalam? The reason over here is like എനിക്കറിയാം എൻ്റെ സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് കയറി വരേണ്ട ആൾക്കാർക്കിടെ English is like not that good enough. Okay, and a person wants to learn spoken English. So like if I keep the entire content in English, and if I use in like jargons like which are hard enough for the candidates to catch it, okay, it becomes difficult for them. ആ ഒരു ഫ്ലോ വരില്ല നമ്മുടെ സൈറ്റിലോട്ടൊക്കെ. So that is what I did. It started off by like getting focused on like this thing that is like broken English, and then like I have in like few more Malayalam content, and then I started off like what can I do for you guys? Okay, so over here, if you look into my website, okay, the website that I'm marketing, okay, I'm simply asking. I have put that pain point. I have understood the pain point of my clients, of the customers. So their thing is like they are having in a broken English. Okay, no worries, we will train you out. Okay, and then like we got a button which says like book my free consultation with an expert. Okay, now what you need to understand over here is like as a marketer, now start thinking as a marketer. Do not think like an end audience. Okay, now this is a basic inquiry form. Okay, this is basically an inquiry form. But what I did over here was like I just gave the caption as like book my free consultation with an expert. Okay, so when I'm mentioning this point over here, instead of inquire now, see, I can make this button as like inquire now or contact now. Okay, but what happens over here is like when I make this thing or change the terminology from inquire now to book my free consultation with an expert, what happens is like people are coming to know that if they click over here, they can get a free consultation. Okay, so that is what I have done over here. So now when the person clicks over here, it directly asks for the full name and the email ID and the phone number, and then they can click on book my free consultation. So what is happening over here is like this is simply an inquiry form. Okay, but the terms that I have used over here, that matters a lot. Okay, so this is again being done by the marketer out here. So the designer is designing or playing with the codes out here, but ultimately the terms have been given by the marketer. Okay, now again over here you can see in like few things written out in Malayalam. Okay, and again like I'm encouraging the person to submit an inquiry. Basically it's like book my free consultation with an expert out here. Now again if I keep on scrolling down, we got in like few more contents, and then like I'm telling the visitor that we got in like three different levels of training. Which one would you like in? So basic level, moderate level, advanced level. So again like this is of course like we would be giving them the brochure, provided in return they need to give me then full name. Again over here, if I click onto this button, this is what they get, the same form. That is the name, the email ID, and the phone number. So if they are giving me the name, email ID, and the phone number, I would be giving them the brochure for this particular course module out here. Okay, and again down here, if I scroll down, like you can see few videos and why they should learn in English, spoken English from English Mitra, all such advantages and the testimonials out here, and the frequently asked questions, I have jotted it down. So this is basically the structure of my website that I have actually laid out. Okay, and based on this, my designer or my developer has got it done for me. So I have told him like you need to integrate a video out here. So this video has been taken by our client, like for them like Dilkar is their brand ambassador. So like they have that video, but they were not utilizing it properly. So what I did was like the placement. So when a person is logging into this particular website, what they get to see is like the first thing is like the uh, video from Dilkar Salman. And again, there is a pain point which we are covering up, and based on that, we are providing with a solution. And again, I got in like this inquiry form. So why I'm keeping this inquiry form over here? Think like this, like let's say for example, like I have in like a contact us page onto the top over here. Okay, now if 100 people are coming down to my website, okay, they would be just viewing this content. Okay, they many of them won't even click onto this contact us button. They will be simply scrolling through this button, and then they would be simply leaving out this website, and which won't be of any benefit for me. For me, my client would be getting benefited only and only when an inquiry is being submitted to their portal or to their website. Okay, so that is one thing. So I get to know, being a digital marketer, I get to know, just a moment. Okay. Being a digital marketer, I get to know like the total number of people who have came down to my website. whatever the actions they have taken. So like actions in the sense like I can judge like how many people have viewed this video, how many people have scrolled through this entire section of this website. I can even track in like how many people have clicked onto this WhatsApp icon, which is onto the right hand side below. Okay, so all such information. So this is again what digital marketers does, and based on this data, you can actually come to know whether the marketing activities that you're conducting for your website, or whether the activities that you are conducting for someone else, is it paying out or not. Okay, so how do you do that is like I'll take you through all the practicals out here, but before that, like let me just take you through this software called Google Analytics. Okay, now this is something free, and this is again provided by Google out here. Okay, so let me just log in. Okay, so now like this is for English Mitra, you can see. Okay, I'm just giving you a brief today. Okay, so we would be configuring it like in the days to come. Okay, so I get to see like
Google Analytics is something we create, or I have
see we
a
would
Google.
we
Yeah,
uh,
I have a
uh,
Gmail
tell
account,
me.
so automatically Google Analytics will be like it is active for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, you have like you got a website and you have installed Google Analytics, right?
No, I don't have a website.
Alla,
I was
install.
asking.
അല്ല സി ഇതിന്റെ മെയിൻ സംഭവം പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മളുടെ ഗൂഗിൾ അനലിറ്റിക്സ് ഇൻസ്റ്റാൾ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി ഐതർ നമുക്ക് ഒരു വെബ്സൈറ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനൽ
Okay,
ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം.
fine, fine,
എന്നാൽ
fine.
മാത്രമാണ് നമുക്ക് ആ ഡേറ്റ കിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ഓക്കെ,
Okay, okay,
ബിക്കോസ്
fine.
സി വാട്ട് ഇസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ് ഇസ് ലൈക്ക് ഇപ്പൊ സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ ആവട്ടെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഗൂഗിൾ ആവട്ടെ, നമ്മളെ പ്രൊമോട്ട് ചെയ്യണം. ഓക്കെ,
Okay.
ആ പ്രൊമോട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ആൾക്കാർ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും വരണം അല്ല. ഓക്കെ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു മൊബൈൽ ആപ്പ്, എന്നാൽ
Mm-hmm.
മാത്രമാണ് നമുക്ക് ആ ഡേറ്റ കിട്ടുള്ളൂ.
Okay,
So
fine.
over here, like, okay, so ഇവിടെ ഇപ്പ like till like let me take you through the data from November 1st till 23rd. Okay, so this is the data that is being accumulated. Okay, so like what I get to see is like I got in like 738 visitors coming down to my website. Okay, uh, 738 visitors coming down to my website. Okay, and now over here, like you can see certain things like sessions, number of sessions per users, which all I would be coming down with. But few important metrics is like, one is like the user thing, and the other thing out here is like the session duration. So basically, session duration എന്ന് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ the amount of time, okay, that people are spending on my website. Okay, now that is data for you. Okay, so you get to know like ഈ 738 visitors എൻ്റെ സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് വന്നു. അവര് ഏകദേശം on an average like calculating all the 738 users, Google tells me that they have been spending in like 2 minutes and 2 seconds in my website. Okay, so how do I know like whether my marketing activity is like really doing wonders for me? Is through this data. That is like 738 ആൾക്കാർ വന്നു, but let's assume they are just spending in like 10 seconds or 20 seconds into my website. Okay, so that means like there is some serious issues with my website. ആൾക്കാർ കൂടുതൽ ടൈം എൻ്റെ സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് സ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യണില്ലെങ്കിൽ there is something seriously wrong that is happening over here. Okay, so that is what again Google Analytics gives you, or this analytics data. Being a marketer, this is how you need to learn, and this is how you need to evolve. Basically, looking into the data, you need to figure out where things are like going wrong, if it is going wrong, Okay, and if things are going in the right manner, you can be like relaxed. So again over here, like I got in like few more data. You can again നമുക്കറിയാൻ പറ്റും maximum visitors എവിടെ നിന്നാണ് വരുന്നത്. So like I got in like 339 users coming in from Chennai. I got in visitors coming in from sorry, Cochin, Chennai, Thrissur, Kozhikode, Bangalore, Trivandrum, Kollam, Dubai, and Palakkad. So I got the breakup as well, that users ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ എവിടെ നിന്നാണ് വരുന്നത്. So like if I see like users are coming in like maximum from Cochin, and again tomorrow down the line I plan to advertise. Okay, so as a marketer I can take a call that I should put a focus on targeting like people from Cochin, because കൊച്ചിന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ വിസിറ്റേഴ്സ് എന്റെ സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് വരണത്. ആൻഡ് അഗൈൻ അറ്റ് ദ സെയിം ടൈം there are few more details like ഏത് ബ്രൗസറാണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യണത്, അങ്ങനത്തെ ഏറെക്കുറെ മൊബൈൽ വഴി എത്ര വിസിറ്റേഴ്സ് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, അങ്ങനത്തെ ഏറെക്കുറെ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ലൈക്ക് ആൻഡ്രോയിഡ് യൂസേഴ്സ്, iOS യൂസേഴ്സ്, അതിന്റെ എല്ലാത്തിന്റെയും ഒരു ബ്രേക്കപ്പ് ആണ് എനിക്ക് കിട്ടണത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് സർട്ടൻ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ബീങ് stored over here. Finally, like I also get to know, now I need to know like how many people have submitted inquiry, how many people have actually contacted me through WhatsApp, how many people have actually called onto this phone number. E error reports is again being stored over here in my analytics section. So this is basically like we are configuring it up. So like you can see like 203 goal completions. That means like out of the 738 visitors who came down to my website, okay, I got in like 200 people coming down and submitting inquiries. So that is what this goal completions means. So like I can see like 203 goal completions, out of which 55 people have submitted an inquiry, 36 people have contacted me over the phone. Okay, 112 people have contacted me through WhatsApp. Okay, now this is again some valuable insights or valuable data for me as a marketer. Okay, and another few more things that like we would be looking into this advanced level of digital marketing is like I can, okay, I can down the line plan to retarget or remarket my existing audiences who came down to my website. So what is retargeting or remarketing basically means is like, let's say ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾ ആമസോണിന്റെ സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് പോണു, ഫ്ലിപ്കാർട്ടിന്റെ സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് പോണു. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് വി വർ ബ്രൗസിംഗ് ത്രൂ
Consigning
ദോസ്
people
വെബ്സൈറ്റ്സ്.
to
ഓക്കെ, യെസ്, നമ്മൾ ഇനിയിപ്പോ ആ സൈറ്റിന് പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് പർച്ചേസ് ചെയ്തില്ല, ആഡ് ടു കാർട്ട് ചെയ്തു പക്ഷെ പർച്ചേസ് ചെയ്തില്ല, ഇനി ആ സൈറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് പുറത്തിറങ്ങി, ഇനി സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയയിലോട്ട് കയറണു അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഗൂഗിളിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ചുമ്മാ ബ്രൗസ് ചെയ്യണു, അറ്റ് ദാറ്റ് പോയിന്റ് ഓഫ് എ ടൈം യു ആർ ഏബിൾ ടു സീ ദ സെയിം കൈൻഡ് ഓഫ് എ പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് ആഡ് ബീങ് ഡിസ്പ്ലേഡ് ബൈ ആമസോൺ ഓർ ഫ്ലിപ്കാർട്ട്. Okay,
okay.
because they got that information that you have viewed that product, you have added the product to the cart, but you did not end up purchasing it. Okay,
Okay.
so that is why they are retargeting you, and when they would be retargeting you, they would be mentioning like avail 10% discount if you book today. Okay, so that is basically they are compelling you to take an action, because they do know that you have been to this specific part of this website, but due to some xyz reason you did not end up purchasing. So might be they are considering you might have felt the price is on the higher side. Okay, so and you might be comparing the price with some other competitors of theirs, but they want the business to happen with them only. So for that reason they roll out like certain discount coupons or certain freebies, so that നമ്മൾ ആ സൈറ്റിൽ തിരിച്ചു വന്നിട്ട് ആ പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് പർച്ചേസ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് അഗെയിൻ വാട്ട് ഹാപ്പൻസ് ലൈക്ക് വിത്ത് ഡിജിറ്റൽ മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ്, ആൻഡ് ദിസ് ഇസ് പോസിബിൾ only and only when you get the data. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഓവർ ഇയർ എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി. സോ 203 ആൾക്കാർ ഈ ഒരു സംഭവം വെബ്സൈറ്റിൽ കയറി എന്നെ കോണ്ടാക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ എനിക്ക് ഈ 203 പേരെ ഇനി ഡൗൺ ദ ലൈൻ റീടാർഗറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല, ബിക്കോസ് ദേ ഹാവ് ഓൾറെഡി സ്പോക്കൺ ടു ദാറ്റ് കൗൺസിലർ or to that marketing person or to that expert involved with English Mitra. But the remaining people who came down to my website and did not take those specific actions, what I can do is like, ഇനി അവർ നാളെ യൂട്യൂബിലോട്ട് പോകണു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫേസ്ബുക്കിലോട്ട് കയറണു, ഇൻസ്റ്റയിൽ കയറണു, ഗൂഗിളിൽ they are browsing in like through different products or different web pages. Okay, so അവർ ആ ഒരു സമയത്ത് എനിക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ അവരുടെ എന്റെ ആഡ് ഓക്കെ അവരുടെ മുന്നിലോട്ട് ഡിസ്പ്ലേ ചെയ്യാം, so that it will always keep on haunting them for the next 7 days or 14 days. Okay, so the benefit over here as a marketer or as an organization is like, see, many people might say like ad വരാറുണ്ട് എന്നാലും നമ്മൾ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യാറില്ല. Okay, you are right, you might not even click onto that ad. Okay, but what happens is like that ad, if it is being displayed for you in front of you for the next 7 days or 14 days or 30 days, okay, what happens is like nala automatically you believe this company is like a good one. Okay, and automatically നമ്മളുടെ മൈൻഡിൽ അത് സ്റ്റോർ ആയിരിക്കും. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ലൈക്ക് ലെറ്റ്സ് സേ ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ സ്പോക്കൺ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠിക്കണം, ഞാൻ നല്ലൊരു ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ടിന്റെ ആഡ് കുറെ നാളായിട്ട് എന്റെ മുന്നിൽ വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നതാണ്, ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മിത്ര എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്. ഓക്കെ, സോ that is how you did not click onto that ad, but what happened was like, since this ad was being displayed on front of your screen every single time whenever you are connected to the internet, okay, you are being targeted, and you believe like this ad, like the way you are being targeted, like every other users would be getting. No, every user won't be getting. This ad is specifically designed for you or for people like who have been a part of my website but they did not take that action. Okay, so that is again retargeting or remarketing, and this is possible only and only when there is data. Okay, in traditional marketing I cannot do remarketing. Okay, but what happens is like in traditional marketing, like let's say for example നമ്മളിപ്പോ ലുലുലു പോയി, ലുലുലു നമ്മൾ കയറുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് നമുക്ക് കാണാം അവിടെ കാർ എക്സ്പോസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കാറിന്റെ എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ ഡിസ്പ്ലേസ് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. or like you go into a store, into a very famous supermarket like Reliance Fresh or More or any ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു നല്ലൊരു ഷോറൂമിൽ കയറി നിങ്ങൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും പർച്ചേസ് ചെയ്തു. ഓക്കെ, സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ് ഓവർ ഹിയർ ഇസ് ലൈക്ക് വെൻ വി ആർ പർച്ചേസിങ് സംതിങ്, okay, at the end of our purchase, okay, this retail people ask us for the phone number. Okay, and we happily give them our phone number. Okay, in certain scenarios you might find them asking for our email ID as well. Okay, so what is happening over here is like നമ്മൾ happily നമ്മുടെ phone number email ID അവരുടെ ഒപ്പം ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാം. Now what is happening over here is like the data is being recorded. Okay, now this data you might say to me like നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇടയ്ക്ക് SMS ചിലപ്പോൾ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ടാവും like from Lulu or from some other company from your nearest supermarket saying like ഈ പ്രൊഡക്റ്റിന് ഇന്ന് ഇത്ര രൂപയുള്ളൂ അങ്ങനത്തെ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ. But again apart from that, what happens is like with this data, with the offline, you have been a part of the offline marketing campaign, but now you are also eligible to see their ads online as well, because every time when you log in into Google or like you are being connected to internet, okay, what is happening is like I do know like maximum times you guys are connected to like your mobile phones only. Okay, and in your mobile phone നമ്മളുടെ Gmail app ചിലപ്പോൾ configured ആയിരിക്കും. Okay, your email ID would be configured in the back end, your Facebook or your Instagram account would be working. Okay, so every time നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പൊ ജിമെയിലിൽ ഒരു പുതിയ അക്കൗണ്ട് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഫേസ്ബുക്കിലോ ഇൻസ്റ്റാഗ്രാമിലോ ഒരു പുതിയ അക്കൗണ്ട് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ the first thing that they ask for us is the contact number. Okay, so we are giving our contact number to Google or we are giving our contact number to the social media platforms. Okay, now what happens over here is like let's say ഈ ലുലുവില് ജീപ്പ് കമ്പസിന്റെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മെർസിഡീസ് ബെൻസിന്റെ ഒരു എക്സ്പോ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. നമ്മൾ അവിടെ പോയി കാറ് കണ്ട ഉടനെ തന്നെ സെയിൽസിന്റെ ആൾക്കാർ നമ്മുടെ അടുത്ത് വന്നിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, മാഡം ഓർ സർ ലൈക്ക് കൈൻഡ്ലി എൻറ്റർ യുവർ നെയിം ആൻഡ് യുവർ ഫോൺ നമ്പർ ആൻഡ് യുവർ ഇമെയിൽ ID. നമ്മളത് ചിലപ്പോൾ കൊടുത്തു, കൺസിഡറിങ് ലൈക്ക് നമുക്ക് കോൾസ് വരെയായിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, but like every time they call like we mark them as spam or like we do not even attend the call. But another thing what happens over here is like they are getting this data stored into an Excel file. And once this data is being stored into the Excel file, it is being uploaded by the marketer, okay, into Facebook or into like Google Ads platform, okay. And then they would be setting up a parameter. ഈ ഫോൺ നമ്പർ ഒക്കെ ഗൂഗിളിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫേസ്ബുക്ക് ഐ ഡി വഴി ആരെങ്കിലും രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അവരെ ഈ ജീപ്പിന്റെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മെർസിഡീസ് ബെൻസിന്റെ ആഡ് ഫേസ്ബുക്കിലും കാണിക്കണം, ഇൻസ്റ്റാഗ്രാമിലും കാണിക്കണം, ഗൂഗിളിലും കാണിക്കണം. Okay, so what happens over here is like next time when you log in into Facebook, okay, or into Instagram or into Google platforms, you would be able to see the ad from Jeep or you would be able to see the ad from Mercedes. The reason over here is like your phone number and your email or your email ID, any one of this, either your phone number or your email ID was matching, okay, over here. So like you can see like over here I am logged in, okay. So when I'm logged in like with this email ID, and also my email ID got this phone number as well, okay. So ആ ഫോൺ നമ്പർ ഓർ ഇമെയിൽ ഐ ഡി മാച്ചിങ് ആണെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ഗൂഗിളിൽ ചുമ്മാ എന്തെങ്കിലും ബ്രൗസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ആൻഡ് ഇഫ് ഐ എം റീഡിങ് ത്രൂ ലൈക്ക് മനോരമ ഓൺലൈൻ, ആ ഒരു സമയത്ത് എനിക്ക് ജീപ്പിന്റെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബെൻസിന്റെ അഡ്വർടൈസ്മെന്റ് എന്റെ മുന്നിലോട്ട് വരും, ഓക്കെ. ആൻഡ് now you might be wondering like why this ad came up. This ad came up because you have shared your info or your data with such and such company, okay. So over here the main perspective is like once you are online into the internet, you are no more safe, okay. This is the message that I wanted to give you guys, okay. You are not at all safe. Your data is being recorded by each and every single company, by Google, okay. So in respect to this English Mitra, if you ask me, okay, I'm not getting your phone number. So like over here, like you could have seen like 738 people have came down to my website. Okay. ഈ 738 ആൾക്കാർക്കടെ എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഫോൺ നമ്പർ എനിക്ക് ഗൂഗിൾ തരില്ല. Okay. Google just gives me, means like I am eligible to get the contact numbers of the 203 people who have actually contacted me. The remaining 500 plus people, അവരുടെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ഒന്നും എനിക്ക് കിട്ടൂല. But what happens is like this data is stored and recorded with Google. Now, based on my remarketing or retargeting campaign, what I can do is like I can simply go ahead and tell Google, see, you got 500 people who did not submit an inquiry with me or who did not contact me through phone or WhatsApp. Okay. So what I want you to do is like Google, ഈ 500 പേർക്ക് ഈ ഒരു ആഡ് കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കണം. Okay. And Google happily oblige and starts displaying my ads across to all those 500 users, because Google has that data. Google won't be sharing me the phone number and the email ID, but what Google tells me is like I have that 500 data stored with me. I know who all are that 500 users. So if you want to advertise, okay, create a campaign into my platform and start advertising. It would be my responsibility to display the ads accordingly. Same thing like is what Facebook or Instagram does, okay. So even over here I would like to say your WhatsApp message, whatever like you are communicating, okay. Now WhatsApp belongs to Facebook, okay. Your data over here is also not safe. So whatever you are communicating is like being recorded. So over here, like I'll just give you a simple example, since I cannot show you WhatsApp right now into the screen, but what I can tell you over here is like couple of years back I was just discussing with one of my friend through WhatsApp that എനിക്കൊന്ന് കാൽക്കട്ട വരെ ഒന്ന് പോണം, okay, and might be like for few of my assignments, so ആ reason കൊണ്ട് എനിക്ക് കാൽക്കട്ടയിൽ പോണം. 2 days later when I logged in into Facebook, okay, what I was able to see is like I was able to get an ad from Make My Trip, which says fly Kochi to Kolkata and the fare rates, okay. Now mind you, I did not visit like Make My Trip, I did not visit any other websites, travel portals, okay, but Make My Trips ad came in front of my screen. It was just because of this reason, like what I had communicated with my friend, and those data is again being used for advertising purposes by the so-called internet companies like Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram or Google, okay, and it is being sold to this companies. Okay, so that is how this internet world works. So like once you're connected to the internet, okay, as an end user, you are no more safe. So this is what the first thing that a marketer should understand. Okay, before you start marketing, because then only you can actually become a true marketer. You need to understand the value of the data that is being recorded and how this data is being recorded. Okay, then only we can get the benefits of advertising onto all these platforms, else you cannot. Okay, so one thing, as a common user, you need to stay away from all these things. Okay, and as a marketer, you need to take the complete leverage of this data and start marketing it wisely. Okay, so that is one point over here. As I mentioned over here, that is like data. Okay, the second thing is like you can be like you can say like precise targeting. Okay, so when I say like you can be precise with your targeting over here in this digital space, that means like I can decide as a marketer എനിക്ക് എവിടെയാണ് advertise ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്, whether like I want to target people located on Cochin or whether I want to target people located across Kerala based on my advertising budget. So like let's say I want to target people only located in Cochin. Second thing over here is like I want to target people who are under the age group of like let's say for example 18 to 30 years of age. Okay, so I can target it accordingly. I can even target like based on the gender. So like let's say for example I'm selling a product which is specifically only for women or like let's say for men. എനിക്ക് അതും വേണമെങ്കിലും ചെയ്യാം. Okay, and again another thing is like I can basically target people based on their interest or based on their behaviors. So that means like let's say for example I can even mention that through this online marketing, through my online marketing campaigns, that is like if someone has visited this xx website. Okay, അങ്ങനെ ആ വെബ്സൈറ്റിൽ പോണ എല്ലാരെയും എന്റെയും ആഡ് കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കണം. Okay, so that is also possible. I can even target people like let's say for example you have expressed interest like let's say you are a coffee lover. Okay, I can again target you by displaying like coffee mugs. Okay, or like any kind of a coffee powder and all such things. Okay, so even based on interest, based on your behaviors, based on your gender, based on your location, based on the age, I can target people. Okay, so that is again what can happen with this digital marketing activities. And then finally to this point, like I won't say like it's a big thing out here. Okay, but to a certain extent, like what you can say is like uh, the methodologies of digital ads that we would be using over here, it would be very much cost effective in comparison to the other methods of traditional methods of ads like radio, television, or hoardings or flex. Okay, so അതിനെ വെച്ച് കമ്പയർ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ വളരെ കുറവാണ്. But again, what matters over here for me as a marketer is like I do not mind. Okay, let me repeat it. It's me, my clients as well. Okay, we do not mind investing heavily into this digital ads, provided we get a proper return out of it. Okay, so it becomes cost effective for you only and only if both this things, that is like utilizing the data and being very much precise with your targeting, you can say you നമ്മളുടെ ads വളരെ cost effective ആവാം. But it doesn't turns out cost effective if none of these things works proper for you. Okay, so you are like shooting out in the dark. That is like you configured an ad and you are simply going to target people like who haven't heard about you, or like people who haven't, means like you are displaying your ad at the wrong time. Okay, to a wrong person. Okay, so like let's say for example if I am able to see an ad in front of my screen which is like related to Mercedes Benz. Okay, so I would basically say that Mercedes-Benz is doing really something wrong out here, because I have not expressed my interest to like buy a Mercedes-Benz. Neither I have visited a Mercedes-Benz website. Neither I do have that sufficient funds to buy a Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so that doesn't turns out cost effective. Okay, to make digital ads cost effective, you need to get both these things correct. Then only you can say that you have been like very much cost effective when it comes to like this digital ads. And that is what we would be learning all through this course. Okay, that is like how to play with the data and how you can target audiences when they are interested, okay, for that specific product. So like, let's say for example, you guys like came down to my website, submitted an inquiry. Okay, then like one of my our salesperson called up, you found the information to be relevant enough, and then you enrolled. Okay, so now over here, my responsibility as a marketer was like, when I do know the psychology, I do know what would be in your mind that is running. Okay, so like you might have browsed in like through like different videos or through different blogs and articles, and at that point of a time I ensured that my ads do not get displayed in front of your screen, because if my ads are getting displayed over there at that point of a time, I do know it won't make any sense, because you are in an awareness stage. You are still trying to understand whether like digital marketing is the right choice for you. Okay, but I made the call correct by ensuring that when you go into Google and search with like digital marketing courses or digital marketing training or digital marketing institutes, at that point of a time, my website should be displayed onto your screen. And that is how you guys ended up coming down to my website. Now what happened over here was like, you came down to my website. Now as being that marketer, and again at the same time understanding the intent of the buyer, okay, or the purchaser, എനിക്കറിയായിരുന്നു നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തൊക്കെ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻസ് ആണ് കാണാൻ താല്പര്യം. അതന്നെയാണ് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ വെബ്സൈറ്റിൽ വിത്ത് മൈ കണ്ടന്റ് വിത്ത് ദ പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് ഐ എൻഷോർഡ് ദാറ്റ് every single information should be crisp and should be clear, so that it could help you to take the right decision. Okay, so that is what again I have done, and that is again like what good marketers have been doing, displaying your ads at the right time. Okay, so that you do not incur, or like you do not pull in unwanted traffic to your website. So like, let's say for example, a person who is looking for a web designing course and my ad is getting displayed, it is being recorded into my analytics, and every now and then I keep on displaying my ads to them. Okay, so what happens over here is like, it won't make any sense. Okay, because that person is not at all interested to learn digital marketing. He was interested to learn web designing, but my ads is getting rolled out to them, and in no way or in no manner would that person ever come down to learn digital marketing. Okay, so that is the difference. You need to understand when you should display your ad to the end user, and that is what makes you a good marketer out here. Okay, so with this, any questions, any doubts, any queries for me? Della, Praveen?
No, I don't have anything.
All, all fine. Okay.
Before that, okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
you told that
Parnam.
something around 10. If a person is spending less than 10 seconds, it's not a good sign. What is
Yes.
the ideal time that one need to spend? Like, what is the ideal time?
See, I would say like, see, Google na അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു പാരാമീറ്റർ, ഗൂഗിൾ ആവട്ടെ സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ ആവട്ടെ, ഇവരൊന്നും അങ്ങനത്തെ പാരാമീറ്റേഴ്സ് പബ്ലിക്ലി മാർക്കറ്റേഴ്സിന് ഡിസ്ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. ഓക്കെ, പക്ഷേ ബേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ മൈ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് വാട്ട് ഐ ക്യാൻ സേ ഇസ് ലൈക്ക്, എനിക്ക് നല്ലൊരു കൺവേർഷൻ റേറ്റ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എൻ്റെ ക്ലയൻസിന് വേണ്ടി ആവട്ടെ എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടി ആവട്ടെ നല്ലൊരു സെയിൽസ്, നല്ലൊരു കൺവേർഷൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, വാട്ട് ഐ ഒബ്സർവ്ഡ് ഇസ് ലൈക്ക്, ഇഫ് എ യൂസർ ഇസ് സ്പെൻഡിങ് എനിവെയർ above 30 to 45 seconds, above 30 to 45 seconds, okay, then you can say like the visitor is like really engaged, has been engaged to your website. Okay, so ആ ഒരു സംഭവമാണ് നമ്മൾ കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. ഇപ്പൊ the end thing is like നമ്മള് വെബ്സൈറ്റും കാര്യങ്ങളും ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്യണത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ ക്ലയൻസ് വെബ്സൈറ്റും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്യണത് അവർക്ക് വേണ്ടിയായിട്ടല്ല, അവരുടെ കൺസ്യൂമേഴ്സിന് വേണ്ടിയാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ആ കൺസ്യൂമേഴ്സിന് വേണ്ട ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ നമ്മൾ കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഡിസ്പ്ലേ ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് വൈ ഐ ടോൾഡ് യു ലൈക്ക് നമ്മൾക്ക് മെയിൻലി ആ കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സിന്റെ ഇന്റന്റ് മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. ഓക്കെ, വാട്ട് ഈസ് എക്സാക്ട്ലി ഇസ് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് റണ്ണിങ് ഇൻ ദിയർ ബ്രെയിൻ or in their mind. Okay, then only you can get the website architecture correct. കാരണം അവർക്ക് വേണ്ട ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ നമ്മുടെ സൈറ്റിന് കിട്ടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ they would automatically be spending a good amount of a time. But if they are not getting the information right, okay, അവരപ്പോ തന്നെ ഇപ്പൊ ലൈക്ക് ഞാനാവട്ടെ നിങ്ങളാവട്ടെ, there has been like numerous cases like നമ്മൾ ചില സമയത്ത് വെബ്സൈറ്റിൽ കയറും, കയറിയ ഉടനെ തന്നെ യു കം ടു നോ, ഓ ഇതില് ഞാൻ അന്വേഷിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്ന ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ഈ സൈറ്റിൽ ഇല്ല. What you do is that you simply cross that website, you come back to Google or you go to some other platforms and you start looking for that answer. Okay, till the time you are not getting your answer. Okay, so our sambana at times, so over here try to be like a consumer, try to figure out like when you are searching for something, you are entering into a website. Okay, you see the information, now the information that is being displayed to you, you are not happy, you quit the website. Okay, so അങ്ങനത്തെ വെബ്സൈറ്റ്സിൽ like why we are quitting, കാരണം എനിക്ക് വേണ്ട ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ അവിടെ നിന്ന് കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല. So I can say like you become successful when you are able to display the right kind of an answer in front of the user. And what is that right kind of an answer? അത് ഡീകോഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി നമുക്ക് നല്ലോണം നമ്മുടെ ഓഡിയൻസിനെ മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. Okay, so അതിനു വേണ്ടി you need to put yourself under the customer's shoes. Okay, so if you think and act like a customer, then only you would be able to get like what exactly is the customer looking for.
Okay.
Okay, so Bella, any questions for me?
No.
All fine. So now like what we would be starting off is like something known as like Google Ads. Okay, uh, so that is, I believe, like one of the most important sections out here. And why I'm starting off with Google Ads is like because one thing is like this is an advertisement platform, ads platform, where നമുക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ directly പോയി Google ads place ചെയ്യാം, and you can start, if you're configuring it right, okay, you can start getting the results from day one onwards. So that is the benefit of using this Google Ads. So what is Google Ads, how to configure it, and all such things, I would be coming to it. And one more important point that I want to say before I start off with any of these modules, okay, to you guys is like നമ്മൾ ഓരോരോ മോഡ്യൂൾ എടുക്കും, അത് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യും, നിങ്ങൾ പ്രാക്ടിക്കലിയും അത് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടാവും. ഓക്കെ, the thing out over here is like do not wait for this entire course to be over. This is what I can say to you guys. Okay, ഇതെല്ലാം തീർത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ഒരുമിച്ച് എല്ലാം കൂടി ഇംപ്ലിമെന്റ് ചെയ്യാം. Okay, do not look for it. So like let's say for example you are running in a business, or like let's say for example you want to work as a freelancer, or you want to start looking for a job, whatever your end goal is, because I do know like when you're pursuing this thing out here, okay, you have a goal. Okay, and that is the reason you're pursuing this. Okay, so do not wait for this entire course to be over. ആ ഒരു മെസ്സേജ് ആണ് എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത്. സോ ലൈക്ക് ലെറ്റ്സ് സേ ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ നമ്മൾ ഗൂഗിൾ ആഡ്സ് എടുത്തു, ഗൂഗിൾ ആഡ്സ് നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തു, ആൻഡ് യു ആർ 100% കോൺഫിഡന്റ് വിത്ത് ദിസ് പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ടോപ്പിക്. ഓക്കെ, start looking for freelance activities. Okay, start implementing that activities into, if you plan to own do a startup, or like if you have your own business, implement it. Okay, and at every point of a time I would be there to guide you out. Okay, that is why I say like ഒരിക്കലും ഇത് ഫുൾ ആയിട്ട് തീർത്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഒരുമിച്ച് എല്ലാം കൂടി ഇംപ്ലിമെന്റ് ചെയ്യാം. ഓക്കെ, ഡു നോട്ട് ഗോ ഫോർ ദാറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, ഒന്നൊന്നായിട്ട് തീർക്കണോ. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് ഇഫ് യു ആർ ഗെറ്റിംഗ് ദാറ്റ് ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി to work, okay, it can be your friend, it can be for your friends, it can be for anyone whom you know, or like even if you want to get into a job, you can get into it. Okay, so our important message ആണ് എനിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും ആദ്യം പറയാനുള്ളത് before we start. doing this. Okay. So with
So
this, like this,
we can start from
uh-huh,
tomorrow onwards, right?
not from tomorrow onwards, കാരണം ഗൂഗിൾ ആഡ്സിന്റെ ഒരു സംഭവം തന്നെ തീർത്തെടുക്കാൻ നമുക്ക് 2 ആഴ്ച സമയം കൊടുക്കും.
Okay,
Okay,
after 2 weeks
so
we can start.
yeah, after 2 weeks you can definitely start off.
Okay, fine, fine.
Okay, and even like things are, let's say for example you implemented it, Praveen, പക്ഷെ അത് പ്രോപ്പർ ആയിട്ട് റിസൾട്ട്സ് കിട്ടണില്ല. Okay, I can look into it and I can also suggest you like where you are going wrong. Okay,
Okay, okay, okay.
so that is the thing. So like with this, like we are, so ആദ്യത്തെ ഒരു 2-3 ദിവസം ഇത്തിരി തിയറിറ്റിക്കൽ ആയിരിക്കും. Okay, and then like because you need to understand, but again like we would be logging into the platforms, and platforms ൽ നിങ്ങൾക്കും login ചെയ്യാം. Okay, so even at home you can log in into the platform, but unfortunately until and unless there is money into your ad account, you won't be able to see like how it is performing. So I would be showing you some live ad accounts which I have been running over here, and again at the same time once I complete this thing from my side as well, okay, you can go ahead and implement. I will be giving you this work. Okay, so ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ എന്റെ സൈഡിൽ നിന്ന് തീർക്കും, ഞാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തരും. You guys need to keep on implementing, and it's a playground to make mistakes. I'm repeating, it's a playground to make mistakes. Go ahead and make mistakes as much as you want. Okay.
But are we practicing this in live project or?
Of course, ഇത് ലൈവ് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്തില്ലെങ്കിലാണ് നമുക്കൊരു മെച്ചോർഡ് ആവാത്തത്. സോ ലൈക്ക് ലെറ്റ്സ് സേ ഇപ്പൊ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മിത്രയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഞാൻ ചെയ്തു കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഈ പ്രൊജക്റ്റിൽ നിങ്ങൾ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് കാര്യം ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. ബട്ട് വി ഡു ഹാവ് ഇൻ ലൈക്ക് ഫ്യൂ അതർ ക്ലയൻസ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ വാട്ട് ഹാപ്പൻസ് ഓവർ ഹിയർ ഇസ് ലൈക്ക് നിങ്ങൾ തന്നെ ഇപ്പൊ ലൈക്ക് ആ ക്ലയന്റിന് വേണ്ടിയായിട്ട് ആഡ് ലൈവ് ചെയ്യും. ഓക്കെ, കോൺഫിഗർ ചെയ്യും, എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും നിങ്ങൾ തന്നെ ആയിരിക്കും ചെയ്യാൻ പോണത്. ഓക്കെ, and again there would be a back-end support from my side as well. Okay, to ensure that you are running it properly. Okay, and you are configuring it properly. Okay, so അതാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്, ലൈവ് പ്രൊജക്ട് നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇത് പഠിച്ചിട്ട് ഒരു കാര്യമില്ല.
Okay.
Okay, so now coming down to Google Ads. Okay, so when I say about Google, so like before we dive into Google, the first thing that I want, Google Ads, the first thing that I want to share with you is like some interesting facts about Google. Okay, so like day to day life il nammal ellavarum use cheyuna oru platform aanu Google. Okay, and it is widely known as a search engine. Okay, so a search engine because like you come down over here into this platform, you search for something, and Google is displaying results in front of a screen. Okay, and based on that results we decide like okay, Google ആണ് results display ചെയ്യണത്. So that means ആദ്യം വരുന്ന വെബ്സൈറ്റ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ രണ്ടാമത്തെ വരുന്ന വെബ്സൈറ്റ് കറക്റ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും. Okay, so I can trust Google. Whatever the website Google are displaying, it is like 100% right. I would get into that website and I might be able to get the information correct. Okay, this is where people go wrong. Okay, now this is what happens. Okay, so like let's say for example I search with certain terms that is like three, now over here like this 3 BHK apartments in Bangalore എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഞാൻ ഗൂഗിളിൽ സെർച്ച് ചെയ്തു, and I press on to this enter button. Okay, so what is happening over here is like when I search like 3 BHK apartments in Bangalore, okay, Google is displaying n number of results in front of my screen. So basically what Google is doing is like Google is helping me to accomplish my goal with this search. That is like Google understood that I'm looking for 3 BHK apartments, and based on that Google എനിക്ക് വെറും 3 BHK apartments in the results ആണ് display ചെയ്യണത്. Okay, this particular page, okay, where the results have been displayed, so this entire page starting from the top over here, okay, till the bottom over here, okay, this entire page is known as, I'll just write it down for you. This entire page is known as SERP. That means search engine results page. Okay, so whatever the informations have been displayed in front of my screen, we marketers coin it as like SERP എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ പറയാറ്. Okay, so SERP means search engine results page. So that is the result that Google has displayed in front of my screen. Now over here, what happens is like there is a mannerism involved, like how Google is displaying. So the moment I search in 3 BHK, what I get to see is like the first website that I get to see is like from indraprastha.pradhamconstructions.com. Then I get to see is like assets hyphen some website, Purvangara, Columbia LTS. Okay, now there is a difference over here. The thing over here is like all this websites that are being displayed in front of my screen, this is basically ads. Okay, so you can see over here some in black it is written ad. That means Indraprastha avata, assets avata, Purvangara avata, Columbia Altus avata, all these companies, okay, all these companies have paid money to Google. Okay, have paid money to Google and instructed Google that if someone comes down into Google and searches for like 3 BHK apartments in Bangalore, then their advertisement, okay, their ads should be displayed onto this platform, onto the search platform. And that is why we are able to see ad mentioned out here. Now that means now there is a small difference between this traditional methods of advertisement and this digital advertisement. What is happening over here is like even though these ads have been displayed, okay, none of these companies have been charged by Google yet. Okay, all these companies would be charged only and only when someone click onto this ad. So as an end user, ഞാൻ ഇപ്പൊ ഈ ഒരു ആഡിന്റെ മീതെ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്ത് അവരുടെ സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് കയറാണെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ ഗൂഗിള് ഇവരുടെ കയ്യിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു നോമിനൽ amount ചാർജ് ചെയ്യണം. So the nominal amount can vary from industry to industry based on location and all such factors. Okay, but over here till now none of the companies have been charged because I haven't clicked on to any of these ads. Only and only if I click on to any of these ads out here, then only Google would be charging them a nominal amount. It can be like, it can start off from like 5 rupees, 10 rupees. It can even go to 100, 200 rupees as well for a single click. Okay, so that is why this methodology of ads, digital ads, is known as PPC. That means pay per click. So that means an advertiser needs to pay to Google only and only when someone clicks onto that ad. If someone is not clicking onto my ad, that means I'm not incurring any cost. Okay, even if Google is displaying my ad, still I'm not being charged. I would be charged by Google only and only when someone clicks onto my ad. So that is this thing over here. So this all are known as Google ads. Okay, ഇനി ഇവിടെ താഴോട്ട് കൊളംബിയ LTS കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ you get to see in like websites displayed from Magic Bricks, 99 acres, housing.com, common floor and all. Okay, ഇവിടെ in total you will get a total of 10 listings. Okay, total 10 listings ആണ് വരണത്. housing.com, common floor, 99 acres, magic bricks, ഇതെല്ലാം കൂടി കൂട്ടി നമ്മൾ നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ till next way. Now ഇതും മൂന്നും നമ്മൾ താഴെ കാണുന്നത്, this all are known as ads. So you can see ad written out here, but over here ad is not written. So this is an organic search. Okay, so organic search is basically done through a process called like search engine optimization, or basically SEO എന്ന് പറയും. In search engine optimization, what happens is like the advertiser or the company, they do not need to pay any amount of money neither to Google or not neither to any third party person. Okay, so there is no involvement of money. Okay, irrespective of like, let's say for example I click on 99acres.com, I enter into their website, still Google won't be charging anything from 99 acres, neither any other company would be charging anything from 99 acres. So whatever the visit that is happening over here into this website. Okay, this is completely free of cost. So like 99 acres in a free ആയിട്ടാണ് ഒരു വിസിറ്ററിന് ഇപ്പൊ സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് കിട്ടിയത്. And even if I book something from this thing, so it's a big benefit for 99 acres because our cost involved is not there. However, like in search engine optimization, the involvement over here is like time and effort. So like the marketer, the digital marketer needs to put in like a lot of effort and time to get their website displayed onto the top when someone searches for like 3 BHK apartments in Bangalore. Okay, so this requires time and effort. However, there is no money involved for all these things that you are seeing over here. There is like effort and money involved. Time not a matter, because like നമ്മൾ ആഡ് കോൺഫിഗർ ചെയ്തു കറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് കോൺഫിഗർ ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ what is happening is like from day one onwards you can be live on Google. But for this things, like you cannot expect your website to be coming onto the top like within a day or two. You need to put in like a lot of effort. It can sometimes it can take in like a month, sometimes couple of months, 3 months, 6 months, again depending on the competition and again depending on the efforts that you are
Vijesh,
putting in.
I have a doubt.
Okay, so yeah,
Actually,
sure.
when I searched for your organization, I couldn't find out on top of. I think in top 4 you are not there. I think
Okay.
you are around once I see. I came to your organization when I read that article from some lady named some Mukundan or something, Anakha Mukundan.
Anaga
Yeah.
Mukundan.
I
Okay.
read her article, and someday I came I clicked on your website and I read her testimonial. So that was in my mind, and so that testimonial put me into your website. Not
Okay.
the way in which you said, like
Yeah.
you are
Now
not in the top 4 or 5. That's for sure.
No. Now the process that was involved over here is like basically organic search only. Okay. So how IPA, like in to bring your website onto the top over here, what happens over here is like nammal as a marketer, we go and write articles on certain other websites. Okay. Again, at the same time, like let's say, like you mentioned, like Anaga Mukundan. Okay. So like she was a student of ours. Okay. She wrote might be like a wonderful article in her blog. Okay, and that blog has actually influenced you to come down to my website. Okay,
Exactly.
now what is happening over here is like now this is also a part of organic search. Okay, so like let's say for example, what is happening is like through social media and through organic, like that is like this Google. Okay, there are like different consumer behaviors, and then there are like different type of audiences. Okay, certain people get influenced through ads, certain people get influenced through like organic search, certain people they come down to my website like through different other platforms. Like let's say for example, like I'll just showcase you a simple example. Like let's say for example, now this is a website Quora.com. Okay, and in Quora.com, like it's basically a question and answer website if you haven't heard about it. So I'll just showcase an example out here. So what is happening over here is like in this like forum, okay, there is a person like who have asked in like a question like what are the pros and cons of Google Ads? Okay, so I have written an answer over here. Okay, it was like on November 6th. Okay, and I have given out all the details like what are the pros and cons of this Google Ads out here. Okay, now what is happening over here is like let's say like the way you came to know about us from Anaga Mukundan. Okay. Similarly, what is happening is like there would be people who would be coming down to this platform. They would be reading this article, and after reading this article, like there is a link over here. The moment they click onto this link, what is happening is like they are entering into our website. Okay. So not necessary like through organic search only or like through Google Ads, you can acquire an audience. To acquire an audience, there is this digital marketing itself. Okay, it's a big ocean. Okay, so that is why നേരത്തെ ഞാൻ ആ സ്റ്റാർട്ടിംഗ് ലെവലിൽ നിങ്ങളോട് പറഞ്ഞത് ഡു നോട്ട് ബി എ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം ഡ്രിവൺ. കാരണം പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം ഡ്രിവൺ ആയി കഴിഞ്ഞാലില്ല നമുക്ക് വെറും ഈ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം മാത്രം ഇത് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. നാളെ പുതിയൊരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം വരാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ വീണ്ടും ആ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം പഠിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് എങ്ങനെയാണ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടതെന്ന് അത് പഠിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ ഇരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, പുതിയ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം വരാണെങ്കിൽ മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് നമുക്കറിയാം. Now the only effort that you need to put in is like understanding that platform, understanding the psychology of that platform. Now let's say ഇപ്പൊ 2 വർഷം മുന്നേ ടിക്ടോക്ക് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, ആസ് എ സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ. ഇന്ന് ഇന്ത്യന് ടിക്ടോക്ക് എടുത്ത് കളഞ്ഞു. ഓക്കെ, പക്ഷെ മറ്റു കൺട്രീസിൽ ടിക്ടോക്ക് ഇന്നും ഓടുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ് ഓവർ ഹിയർ ഇസ് ലൈക്ക് ഇന്ന് ടിക്ടോക്ക് ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ആസ് എ ഡിജിറ്റൽ മാർക്കറ്റർ ഐ മൈറ്റ് ഹാവ് ഈവൻ അഡ്വർടൈസ്ഡ് ഓൺ ടിക്ടോക്ക്. Okay, but the thing over here is like I wouldn't go ahead and advertise for like every single organizations in TikTok. Okay, I would be advertising only for that B2C type of customer, that is like business to customers. Okay, അങ്ങനത്തെ ക്ലയൻസിന് വേണ്ടി മാത്രമായിരിക്കും ചിലപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ടിക്ടോക്ക് യൂസ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. Okay, so the main thing is like understanding the psychology out here and understanding and bits and pieces of marketing. Okay, so ആ ഒരു സമയത്ത് നമുക്ക് പിന്നെ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോംസ് ഇരുന്ന് പഠിക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. Okay, so this is the organic search that we are seeing out here, and this is the ads that is being displayed. So in ads, what is happening is like we are paying money to Google, and every time Google is bringing in a visitor to my website, okay, what is happening is like there is a cost involved. So every time ഒരു ആള് എന്റെ സൈറ്റിൽ കയറുന്നു എന്റെ അക്കൗണ്ടിന് ക്യാഷ് പോകണം. ബട്ട് ഇൻ ഓർഗാനിക് സെർച്ച്, ലൈക്ക് ദിസ് ഇസ് ആൻ ഓർഗാനിക് സെർച്ച്. Now this is like organic. Okay, so basically ഞാൻ കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട് ആർട്ടിക്കിൾ ഉണ്ടാക്കി കണ്ടന്റ് എഴുതി. Okay, and someone clicks onto this link, they are coming down to my website. I did not pay anything over here. Okay, so whatever visits I am getting from my website, it is completely free of cost. Okay, so that is organic search. Okay, so there are different methods involved over here in this Google thing out here. So this is what you need to understand. നമ്മൾ ആദ്യം കവർ ചെയ്യാൻ പോണത് Google ads ആണ്, where like your ads would be getting, we would be trying to place our ads onto the top. Okay, but before coming over here into this thing, I want you to understand Google very well. Only and only now that you have, means like to a certain extent, you started understanding the intent or the behavior or the mannerisms of the customer. Now the other thing is like understanding this platform. So now about Google, we say like it's a $1 billion company, and like it's a dream of many IT guys to work with like Google. Della, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so over here what we need to understand is like Google is basically, we all do say like Google is a search engine and all. Okay, but basically Google is an advertising agency or an advertising company, I would rather say. Why? The reason is like Google's 97% of revenue comes purely from advertisements. Okay, so all these are ads out here that we are seeing over here. So every time someone is clicking onto this ad, okay, Google is generating a revenue. Okay, so inganta kanana ads, then you see ads in YouTube as well. So YouTube belongs to Google as well, you do know that. Okay, so YouTube ilum keranengil you see like skip ads. ചില സമയത്ത് ചില ആഡ്സ് നമുക്ക് സ്കിപ്പ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റൂല, മാൻഡറ്ററി ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് കണ്ടേ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. ആൻഡ് അഗെയിൻ അറ്റ് ദ സെയിം ടൈം ലൈക്ക് യു ലോഗ് ഇൻ ടു സർട്ടൻ വെബ്സൈറ്റ്സ് ലൈക്ക് ndtv.com and all. Okay, over here as well like Manorama online അല്ലെങ്കിൽ NDTV online, ഇതിലും ലോഗിൻ ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് അഡ്വർടൈസ്മെന്റ്സും കാര്യങ്ങളും കാണാൻ പറ്റും. Okay, so this is how like Google is generating revenue. So like you can see an ad over here. Now if I click onto this thing like donate now, this is an ad run by NDTV itself, but over here you can see an ad from some other company which is written in Arabic. Okay, so now this is an ad over here, okay, which is being placed onto this NDTV's website. So all these ads which are being displayed out here, majority of these ads are coming in from Google. So like This is an ad again from NDTV iPhone. Okay, so all these are like ads out here. Okay, so the ads that we are seeing out here, this is also so like you would have the long lasting luxury linen. Okay, so you can see ads by Google. Okay, so this is also an example of Google ad. Now this is also an example of new chicken where winter clothes and that. So this is also an ad which is being displayed over here in the screen of mine. Okay, YouTube ads. So anywhere you are into the internet, as I told you earlier, you are being exposed to n number of ads. So this is how Google is generating revenue for them as a company. The remaining 3% contributes to like the other products of Google, like Google the phone and Google the home and something similar to Alexa. പിന്നെ അതല്ലാണ്ട് വേറെ കുറെ ചില്ലറ products ഉണ്ട്. That is how the remaining 3% of Google's revenue is coming. But 97% of the revenue for Google is coming purely and purely from advertisements only. So only and only what you need to understand why I'm saying this is like, if there are no advertisers onto this Google platform, okay, there is no revenue for Google. And why we as advertisers are coming down into this Google platform? Because users some time spend another Google ilana. Okay, so since users are here, okay, that is why advertisers are also coming down. If users are not here, advertisers ഇരിക്കില്ല ഗൂഗിളിലോട്ടൊക്കെ. Okay, so there are other search engines. There are search engines like bing.com. Okay, and like I believe since like we all are of the same age group, you might be like knowing like yahoo.com. ഗൂഗിളിനെക്കാളും മുന്നേ ഉള്ള ഒരു സെർച്ച് എഞ്ചിൻ ആണ് yahoo.com. Okay, and യാഹുവിനെക്കാളും മുന്നേ ഒരു സെർച്ച് എഞ്ചിൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു വിച്ച് ഐ ബിലീവ് ലൈക്ക് നമ്മൾ ഏറെക്കുറെ പേര് പേര് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവില്ല. ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ലൈക്ക് goto.com. Okay, so I still remember like in my college days, like we were like quite acquainted with like Yahoo. Okay, because Google അധികം ആ ഒരു എക്സ്പോജർ അന്ന് ഏർലി 2000-ൽ ഗൂഗിളിന് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. It was Yahoo everywhere and we had this Yahoo Messenger and all such platforms. Okay, but slowly Yahoo started diminishing and like Google started gaining that attention. Okay, so that was like നമ്മളെല്ലാരും as an end user നമ്മളെല്ലാരും Yahoo വിട്ടിട്ട് പോയി and ഗൂഗിളിലോട്ട് വന്നു. There is a strong reason behind it. Okay, else like today we all would have been using in Yahoo and not Google. The reason over here is like Yahoo started focusing only and only on advertisers. That is where Yahoo went wrong. So what happened over here is like ഇവിടെ ഇപ്പൊ ഈ കാണുന്ന advertisements നമ്മൾ കാണുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിലും it's not because Pradham Constructions is paying a very good amount of money to Google. No, it's not because of that. Okay, why Pradham Constructions is coming onto the top? Because they have followed certain parameters and certain algorithms which Google has instructed, and Google felt that this website would be the right one to display onto the top when someone searches for like 3 BHK apartments in Bangalore. And why? Because Telpa, I'm not clicking onto this because I do not want this company to incur any cost. Okay, so that is why I'm not clicking over here. But what happens over here is like if I click onto this website, might be the information that is being displayed, okay, to the end user would be like accurate enough. Okay, so that is why Google is giving him the top position. And this is what Google did not do. Yahoo did not do. What Yahoo focused was like whoever is paying in the highest amount of money, they were getting in the top position. And neither Yahoo nor the advertiser were focused on giving in a good experience to the audience. Okay, so what happened over here was like visitors started coming down to Yahoo. They started searching for something or the other. They clicked on to the ad that was being displayed. അവർ ആ വെബ്സൈറ്റിലോട്ടും കയറി, പക്ഷെ ആ യൂസറിന് വേണ്ട ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ആ സൈറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് കിട്ടിയില്ല. They started leaving that website. മറ്റേ വെബ്സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് വന്നു. Okay, അവിടെ നിന്നും പോയി ആൻസർ കിട്ടിയില്ല. So people started spending a good amount of a time onto this search engine platform rather than onto a website. Okay, so people were not comfortable enough. കാരണം അവർക്ക് വേണ്ട information അവർക്ക് കിട്ടിയില്ല. That is when Google came into place, and Google started understanding that just by charging high amount of money from advertiser and displaying ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു അഡ്വർടൈസറിന്റെ ആഡ് ടോപ്പിലോട്ട് പ്ലേസ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കാര്യമില്ല. I need to ensure that users should get the information they had been looking for. Either it can be through ads, either it can be through this organic search that is being displayed over here. But user should meet their goal, because if user is not happy, what happens is like user will leave Google as well the way they left Yahoo. Okay, and Google doesn't want that to happen. Okay, so that is why they started focusing onto this term that is like relevance. So like if a user is coming down to Google and searching for something, how much relevant is the query that the user is looking for, and which all websites is matching to the information that a user is looking for. So like over here, like I search for like 3 BHK apartments in Bangalore. Okay, and let's assume instead of displaying like 3 BHK, Google start displaying me with the results of like just 2 BHK apartments. It is not meeting my goal. Okay, so I become unhappy with Google, and every time when I log in into Google, Google keeps on displaying such and such kind of a result. Okay, be it like any kind of a query. നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യാൻ പോണ, ഗൂഗിൾ വിട്ടിട്ട് ബിങ്കിലോട്ട് പോകും. ഓക്കെ, ഗൂഗിൾ വിട്ടിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ബിങ്കിലോട്ട് പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ what happens is like advertisers also slowly start coming down to Bing rather than spending time on Google. So over here, to make things easier, let me just give you examples of like 2 shopping malls out here. One is like Lulu shopping mall, and another shopping mall nammada Whiteley il undu oranam Gold Souk ennu parnittu. Okay, so the thing is like we all as end user love to hang out at Lulu rather than going to Gold Souk, because Gold Souk il onnu illa. Okay, but Lulu പോവാണെങ്കിൽ it's one is like it's a very big place. Second thing is like there are n number of options for me as a customer, be it like dine out, be it like shopping, be it just like hanging out with friends. Okay, I got in like an n number of options. I can spend my time literally, okay, out there, and when even if I am alone in Lulu. But like let's say for example Gold Souk, if you take in like literally like you can say like 70% of the shops are closed. There is no one. So what happens over here is like since consumers are not there, okay, our advertisements illa. Okay, but if you look into Lulu, there are loads and loads of advertisement. Even because after this COVID thing, even if you have been to Lulu, you would still see advertisements. Okay, because advertisers do know that people are coming down over there. There are people who can take a notice into my ad. Okay, and that is why as an advertiser, if you are focusing on traditional ads, you will definitely love, even though like let's say Lulu might charge you like 1 lakh rupees and Gold Souk says you like 10,000 rupees. Still, even if you have some money, you will still be going ahead and advertising with either with Lulu, or else you will never ever advertise on traditional methods, because നമുക്കറിയാം 10,000 രൂപ ഗോൾഡ് സൂക്കിൽ കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാലും you won't be getting any kind of a proper benefit, because first of all there is no audience. Okay, so that is the thing out over here with Google. In Google, what happens is like there are n number of audiences. Okay, and since audiences are there, advertisers also do come in. Okay, so in India itself, Google holds like 94% market share, and across the globe a 65.8% market share ആണ് across the globe Google ന് ഉള്ളത്. Okay, except for like let's say for example certain of your clients or നമ്മളുടെ ചില employers, we cannot advertise on Google. Like if someone says like they want to market their product or their service in China, we cannot do that on Google, because like they have their own search engine. Same thing happens in like I guess like Russia as well. Russia has their own search engine, but like if like someone is interested to market in like Middle East or US or the European nations or across any other part of the globe, we can go ahead and like approach Google, because we do know that people are there. If consumers are there, advertisers would also be there. If consumers are not there, advertisers won't come. So that is what made Google the leaders in this search engine. They do know, they do care for their searchers. Okay. Another simple example, we all do trust Google. We all do trust Google, and that is why, even like, let's say, for example, you switched on your mobile data, but due to some reasons, like let's say your WhatsApp is not working, or like you are not able to send any kind of an email, or certain websites are not getting loaded, what you first do is like you first open up google.com. And if Google is opening up, what we do say, internet is working fine. There is no issues with internet. Okay, so that is the amount of trust we have onto this particular platform called Google. Okay, over the years, this is what Google has done. They have gained the trust of their audiences. Okay, be it advertisers, be it marketers, be it consumers. Okay, so every people, like, we as consumers, we believe like whatever the results are being displayed on the Google search, it is because Google is displaying the right kind of an answer. Okay, but mind you, if like you are marketing it like properly and marketing it in a very tactical manner, even your website can also stand onto the top. Okay, even you can also get your website like even with Google ads or these things like proper. But the condition is like you also need to stick to your terms and conditions. That is like, if Google is very much concerned about their audiences, similarly you should also be concerned about your audiences. That is like you need to give your audience a good experience out of it. Okay, so that is why I showed you this analytics data out here. Okay, why it is important that you need to give your audience a good experience. So 2 minutes and 2 seconds, if it is like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, what I can make out is like users are not getting the information that they had been looking for from my website. So if visitors are spending in a very less amount of a time, okay, there is serious issues with my website. And if there is some serious issues with my website, trust me, how much effort you put into your marketing activities, it won't pay you. Okay, you won't be getting any kind of a result out of it. Okay, so be it like my this English Mitra website that I'm marketing, be it my website that I'm marketing, I do ensure that whether the person, after they come down to my site, whether they do get whether they do submit an inquiry or not. Okay, because I cannot force someone to like come down and give me your details. Okay, but what I can do is like, as a marketer, I can display the information in the right manner what they had been looking for. Okay, so with this, like from tomorrow onward, like we would be looking like into a bit of like into this Google ads. And probably like now this is Monday, so probably by Thursday and Friday you would be getting your hands on to this Google ads thing. Okay, and from next week onwards, I believe like you would be having that thing, like you would be able to understand the dashboard. And from third week onwards, like we would be looking into build your confidence by rolling out few ads. Okay, so far, any doubts or any questions for me, Della, Praveen? All
Actually,
clear? All
you
fine?
are telling lot of like actually
Okay,
the
okay.
we all know what all you have taught today, right?
No, what my thing over here is like I just want because your field, especially with Google ads and social media ads, search engine optimization, പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് കുഴപ്പമില്ല ഒരു 70% knowledge ആണെങ്കിലും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 80% knowledge ആണെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് കുഴപ്പമില്ല. But with Google ads, what is happening is like ഒരു visitor നമ്മുടെ സൈറ്റിലോട്ട് കയറുമ്പോൾ അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ നിന്ന് ക്യാഷ് പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇഫ് സംതിങ് ലൈക്ക് നമ്മൾ മൊബൈലിന് പ്രീപെയ്ഡ് മൊബൈലിന് കോൾ വിളിക്കുമ്പോൾ പണ്ടത്തെ 30 പൈസ 50 പൈസ ആയിട്ട് ഡിഡക്ട് ആവില്ല, അങ്ങനെ ക്യാഷ് പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. സോ ഇഫ് വി ആർ നോട്ട് ഗെറ്റിംഗ് തിങ്സ് കറക്റ്റ്, Okay. What happens is like cash ingane poikondirikkum. That is why Google Ads is a subject like where you need to grasp in that 100% knowledge. കാരണം else results കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ ക്യാഷും പോയി ടൈമും പോയി എഫേർട്ട് ഇട്ടതും പോയി. Okay, that is the only reason.
Okay.
Okay, so ഞാൻ നാളത്തേക്ക് ഈ റെക്കോർഡ് രാവിലെ ആകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ഈ റെക്കോർഡിങ്സ് ഇമെയിൽ അയക്കാം കേട്ടാ, വാട്സാപ്പ് അല്ല ഇമെയിൽ അയക്കാം. സോ ജസ്റ്റ് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ദിസ് റെക്കോർഡിങ്സ്. ഓക്കെ, ഈവൻ ലൈക്ക് ഫോർ ടുമോറോ ഓർ ഈവൻ ഇൻ ദ ഫ്യൂച്ചർ യു ക്യാൻ റെഫർ ഇറ്റ് ടു. So Della, all fine?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, fine. So like see you guys tomorrow again at the same time.